right, well, it looks like I am just about finishing up here. And as you can see, they're all relatively straight. Some of them do have an overarching arch a little to it, and that's okay because I said before we're going to be making a bracelet with this. So it's all right if the whole complete wire is a little bit bent and a curve a little bit. We just want to get rid of all those little tiny kinks that could make your wires just not look as polished as it needs to be. So once we're done prepping our wire for our first project, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to set them in this yellow container right here. Just going to keep everything in its proper corner so we know exactly where everything is and keep it all super organized. Next up, for two of our projects, we're going to be making rings. So I already told you how to find your ring size by using another ring. Mine was about 5 and just at the top of 5 and 4, somewhere around there. But I think I want to make a ring for the chain ring, which is our third and final project. I think it would be really cool to have it on my middle finger and go all the way up. So, how do I measure that, you say? No worries, I have all the answers right here. I'm going to just cut off a little bit of our 16 gauge wire. I'm just going to kind of crudely, nothing too fancy here, just wrap it around my finger and see where we end up, somewhere that when I bend, it's not too, when I bend my finger, it's not too tight, but it's not loose enough so it won't fall off, you know, just like any other ring. Somewhere around this is pretty good for me. I'm just gonna drop it down here. See where this puppy lands. Okay, so it's somewhere around a 7. Over here somewhere. So now that we know that, kind of tighten it up a little bit. And I'm just going to take a piece of wire and just kind of measure it to see how much we would need for a ring. Now, for both of our ring jewelry pieces, we are going to use wire and we're going to braid them and twist them, and it's going to actually take up a lot more wire than you would think. So I'm going to cut quite a generous piece of wire so I can braid it. I'm really not concerned with any of the kinks in this. I'm just going to do a once over with my fingers. Because we are going to braid it, we don't really need it to be super straight. You're not really going to see it. And so we're just going to leave that guy there for our ring projects. All the excess wire, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in their little bags and just put them away in a shelf or in a drawer, wherever you used your jewelry supplies for, because we don't need it anymore. So goodbye, extra jewelry wire. So also make sure to have close on hand is your jewelry kit. My pliers are over here, but I have my other little finishings right next to me. So everything is super organized and ready to go. And I think we're about ready for our next project, don't you? So why don't you stay tuned? Our next project is coming up next. It is time for your first ever project, and I'm so excited for you. Today we're going to be making this little beauty. It is your wire wrapped bracelet.